Okay, it's I think it's about 2 o'clock in the afternoon here in Southern California, and the moon's out, the sun's out. They're pretty close together in the shade. I wanted to shoot the moon too, but I'll probably blur out. But anyways, I got my camera on a tripod, and the sun it actually appears to be rising, but from the flat Earth models, it's actually moving. I guess at this point, still towards my position here on the flat Earth. So we'll just sit here and watch it a while. See if I can zoom any more. Every time I try to zoom more in on it, it blurs out. Maybe I should mess around with the manual focus and see if I can get a little better, but just let it do its thing here, rising. And then from what the one I took last night, the crescent is the opposite of what it was last night. I think I'll have to go back and look at it. So anyways, see if I can zoom. Well, I don't want to zoom more because then it'll mess up the movement of the moon. Just kind of how long it takes to rise here. I was zoomed in a lot further last night, so. And it is kind of interesting. I mean, you look at the craters on there. I always just thought they were, when it's out during the day, that they're just dark spots, but they almost do look like blue sky behind it. And what some of these guys are saying is the moon is actually translucent, and that's what I was trying to figure out last night, if that's the case. But it certainly isn't an object that anybody's landed on. That much I know. I mean, NASA has been nothing but lies. Just lies, lies, lies. Just a big old money pit of lies. And those guys have probably made more money in the world for lying. Amazing. So we're going to let it rise up and kind of fade out of the picture just to see how long it takes to rise. And then maybe I'll get it later of it setting as the sun sets. Okay, it's at the top of the screen now, so get the idea. Pan back out so you can see where I'm at here. And there it is. Pan in once more. Tripod doesn't want to lock in place and put your hand on it and you get too much vibration. There we go. There we go. There's a good shot. It's focusing in now. It's just me touching the zoom on the camera, and that's what it's doing. Yes. See how that comes out. Alright, zoomed all the way in there, and it's not burned out too bad. That's the edge of the crescent moon. It's getting pretty close to probably a half moon, actually, compared to what it was last night. So it's actually gotten quite a bit bigger than what it was even, 18, 20 hours ago. Trying to get the camera to hold still without my hand being on it because it's shaky, but got the tripod set pretty much as tight as it would. It's got a tension on it and it wants to fall back down. There we go. Moves rise up. That's actually looking right along the dark side there and back out. Try this. Just going to let it get to the center of the screen by itself, then I'm going to try and get a little closer to it without it blurring out. You know, if I would have been hearing myself make these videos like even a year ago, I would have been saying, this guy's completely nuts. This guy's lost his mind. He's out there with his camera looking at the moon, thinking it's transparent. He's convinced himself that the earth is flat, and our whole government's been nothing but a bunch of lying shills, greedy people. I'd be like, man, this guy was nuts. I mean, I was on to 9/11 a long time ago, and geoengineering and weather modification a long time ago. It took me some steps to figure out 9/11. I did buy into the whole architects and engineers with Richard Gage that it was controlled demolition until I read Dr. Judy Wood's book, Where Do the Towers Go? Evidence of Directed Energy. Can't remember even the title now. Losing track of it. But anyways, Dr. Judy Wood's book, her book. And it's insane. It's 500 pages. All it is just factual, scientific, empirical evidence. That was her degree. She has a doctorate. She has 3 degrees. They're all in engineering and in structural engineering. And when she saw those buildings come down, she knew something wasn't right. So it's a pretty interesting story, but it was brought down with Tesla technology. All right, I'm going to focus in a little more on it. So this technology they have, they don't want us to know about. That's why anybody that has talked about Judy Wood or interviewed her, they don't talk about her anymore. It's a big no-no. Oh, dang it. I'll have to bring it back. This camera's... Okay, that's on the moon there. I'm just wondering, does it look somewhat translucent, transparent? And what are the craters anyways? More questions than I certainly have answers for. But I know it's not what they're telling us. I know nobody's ever walked on it. That I do know. Okay, I think I got some good shots of it. Just going to try once more to zero in on those craters up there, just see if they look, whatever they are, craters. What are they? We got some sound effects in the background that picks up the little sparrows, little songbirds. Beats listening to the cars down on the highway. I'm trying to get this right centered, and then I'll zoom in a little more. Just keep zooming in on it. Alright, better leave it there. Okay, there's a good shot there. There we go, all the way zoomed in on the crater. And I think it's the same crater that we were calling the All-Seeing Eye the other night, but it's like, since the moon is rising and going up, it's on the top part, whereas last night as it starts to come back around and go down, but I don't even think it's going down. I think it's just going over the top of us, heading towards us, and then going over the top of us, and then heading out towards the horizon until it just disappears from view. Come on, camera, stay in the same spot. It's one thing of this tripod, it's kind of nice having that tension on there, but even where we crank it down, it doesn't want to stay. Whoop, see, release the tension, what happens? Lost it. There it is. It's probably getting kind of boring if somebody wants to watch this whole thing, but you can always speed it up and pause it and just see if I got some good shots of the moon during the daytime. And the sun is, I'm going to pan back out all the way on this, and I'll do a quick move the tripod. Okay, that's it. Let's go over here. Let's see if I can look at the sun above the tree there. Okay, there we go. There's the sun. No spraying today. Just I've seen, oh, there's a few trails going through. They're the shorter ones that don't stick. Somebody says that's actually a different type of spray than the ones that really stick. It's whether it's a lighter spray or both, a different mixture. Who knows? Nobody's talking. So, anyways, there's the sun right there, and then go around over this way, not too far, over this way, and I don't know, it's hard for me to see in the moon, but then there's where I was from before. I probably can't pick it up, but There, we got enough of the moon. There it is, and there's the moon. Here we go. The moon. And the sun. Not too far away from each other. And that's another baffling thing. If it's the shadow of the Earth, the sun, or the Earth causing a shadow on the sun, you know what I mean, when they're both out, how is the Earth causing a shadow? That's what I don't get. That's just a mystery to me. I mean, it's just like we've all been so conditioned to believe the lies. That's where it's really kind of, I think that's why it's so hard for people to understand what's going on. They just can't believe that, they've been lied to. And really just, look at the evidence. Don't even ask why they would do it. I mean, we know they lie about everything. So anyways, I'm rambling on enough anyways. So here we go. I want to go in and look at this. I'll post it. People can fast forward through it. You don't have to listen to me babble on.